everybody, Tarek 37 here. Welcome back to Let's Play Star Wars Episode 2 the Sith Lords. Let's get on the shuttle and get the Ebon Hawk back. Doesn't have hyperdrive, I don't care. Just get us out of this. Just get us off the freaking planet. Get us to the back to whatever the heck we're doing. Oh gosh.
Statement. We have arrived too late. The target has invaded us. We must pursue it. Observation. They have likely escaped aboard the orbital shuttle that has been docked here. The bay control computer likely will have a record of their departure. Query. Have you discovered anything about the shuttle's course? Answer. I have managed to track the shuttle's movement across the shield network. However, the shield network does not stretch over the polar region, which was the shuttle's apparent destination. Statement. Dispatch a unit to the polar region with the last known coordinates and approximate path of the shuttle. They will not escape us again.
And loading screen.
Well, this can't be any worse than last time. So that's the hole in the shield network, huh? Doesn't look like much to me. You've got to be kidding me. It's not my fault.
But come on. And once again, you know, we seem to have the worst luck at landings. If it's not a
Egotistic praise. An excellent shot, even with the prevailing winds. I couldn't have done it better myself. Field assessment. I picked up on the heat forms of the Jedi and his allies. Activate the mines and prime the self-destruct sequences.
yeah, I can hear you, right? Oh, welcome back, man.
Relieved statement. Oh, Jedi, it is good to see you intact. We were concerned that shooting down your shuttle would damage you irreparably. Quick clarification. But now that we have found you, we hope that we can facilitate communications. Unnecessary addendum. And put an end to hostilities.
Any particular reason you shot down my vessel other than just being jerks?
Unnecessary clarification. We merely wish to cripple your vessel. Once we tracked your coordinates, we were able to deploy several droids in this location. Probing query. We are, however, curious as to why you chose to come to the remnants of the polar Telos irrigation system. There is nothing here that our instruments can detect. Eager threat. But we are looking forward to extracting your motives for coming here when we place you in torture restraints.
What are you guys doing here?
Self-evident answer. Wherever you try to run, we will be there, armed and ready. Rhetorical query. So the query you have posed to us is one we put to you. What are you doing here, we wonder?
How many of you are there?
Chiding statement. Oh, Jedi, there are as many of us as are needed to capture or kill our targets. Egotistical boast. And there are far more of us than any one Jedi. Destroy one of us, and more shall rise from the wreckage. Unnecessary threat. And our attack protocols are more than a match for you and your allies.
You know, destroying one of you is easy. Wiping out three of you might not be a great result. Okay, you're ready to level up. Excellent. Alright. Yeah, my character's about done. He's had a heck of a day. He's just like Oh my gosh, let's just get this over with. That. He's got the pillar of light.
Erasure.
Oh, God. Jeez, did you see that? Alright.
More where that came from.
Whoa.
Time to keep you down to size.
Yeah, Jordan is flipping around up there like, what's happening?
More where that came from.
Let us end this.
That droid's tough.
More where that came from.
Fallen.
Systems failing, Master.
I just teleported. I'm going to
Accuracy ratio achieved.
I will silence this one.
Systems failing, Master. Systems failing, Master.
Hey, I already leveled up again. Okay, so what can I look at? Charisma. Yeah, let's go with this. I'd like for people to stop wasting my powers. Beats Master Force. +4, so basically now it's even more difficult for people to resist levels. Next, I'm going to go dueling again. Powers. Ooh, I learned Force Shield. And, yep, I'm getting that right now. Let's see what other powers we can get. Ooh. Alright, I'm going to go with Redirection. And there we go. Now even more. Bando's unconscious. There is literally nothing else on this mesa except over there. So we move onwards. Hopefully get our freaking shit back. Get off of this freaking planet. The only stop on the top I might make is look at the red and be like, hey, I killed those criminals. You know, get down here. You know, so that something like that didn't happen. Oh, the door goes behind me? That's good.
Lay down your weapons, and you shall not be harmed.
Alright. Mean no harm. Just like, okay. I'm done with that.
Why is it that everywhere we go, I end up in a cell? I mean, why did they lock us up? What is this place?
It is a training ground for Jedi.
What? This ice hole?
Yes, it bears the semblance of an academy. But where are all the students? Curious.
You've got to be joking. What is a Jedi Academy doing out here in the middle of nowhere?
It is a place hidden from the galaxy like the academy on Dantooine. But this place... Oh, Atris, you have been clever.
Atris?
It's none of your concern.
Well, the sooner we're out of here, the better. 2 crazy Jedi are more than enough for me. No one told me we were going to be dumped in a nest of Jedi.
And what is it about this place that causes you such fear?
What do you mean? We're in the middle of a bunch of Jedi. You know how they are.
No, I do not. Not in the way you seem to.
What? What are you doing? Get out of my head!
Stop struggling. Let me follow the current. Deep, deeper to its source.
Stop! Stop! Ah!
Ah, With the fear is mingled guilt. It squirms in you like a worm. And the why? And there is its heart. You surprise me. I could not feel it before. Your feelings are a powerful shield indeed. Do not worry, Atten. If he is a Jedi, he will forgive. And if he is not, he will not care.
You can't tell him, please. I'm asking you. I don't want him to...
Think less of you. I hardly think that's possible. Still, there is no shame in what you ask. We all wage war with the past, and it leaves its scars. I will not speak of yours, Atten, but there is a price for such things.
What? What price?
There are those who wage war and those who follow them. You are a crude thing, murderer, but you have your uses. You know how important this man we travel with is. Even one such as you can feel it. You will serve him until I release you.
And if I refuse?
You will not. If you do, then my silence will be broken. And then, Atten, you will be broken. You fear the Jedi, and rightly so. If Atris learns of your choices, you will never leave this place. But whatever fear you hold of the Jedi, know that if you disobey me, that my punishment will make you beg for the death that has long hounded you. Wipe the fear from your mind. You will not find blind obedience a difficult master. You chose it once. You will learn to embrace it again.
I don't know how you became such a manipulative witch, but why a vicious old scowl like yourself would even bother with me is a bigger mystery.
No game of Djarik can be won without pawns, and this may prove to be a very long game. You are a slippery one. Your thoughts difficult for even one such as I to read. I suspect the self-loathing that squirms within you gives you a curious strength. Your spirit, as diseased as it is, refuses to allow you to give up, no matter what threats you face and whatever wreckage you leave behind you. I feel you have crossed our path for a reason. Perhaps even you, at the right moment, may be able to turn aside disaster. If so, your potential is not yet spent.
Fine. I'll be your pawn. But I still think you've got the wrong man.
Perhaps. But someone has to fly the ship, and the Force is a hard thing to predict. You have crossed our path for a reason. Our path brought us here for a reason. And now I know why. The past is here, and it must be met before the future can be set in motion.
More Jedi speak. Care to explain?
No. I've wasted enough time with you. Sleep, murderer, and be silent. I need no distractions. A critical moment approaches.
She's lucky I wasn't there to hear. Yeah. Otherwise, my character probably would be a little less willing to help get her out of that cage.
I did not expect to see you again after the day of your sentencing. I thought you had taken the exile's path, wandering the galaxy. Yet you have returned. Why?
Tell me what you've done with my friends first.
Your concern is noted. Your friends have not been harmed. They have been detained for their safety. I find it unusual that you are traveling with others again. I had thought you had forsaken the company of others after the war. Or is that why you are here? Yet here you are. Perhaps you do not know yourself as well as you think. Regardless, your arrival here begs an explanation. Have you come to face the judgment of the Council, as you did so many years ago? Are you finally willing to admit that we were right to cast you out?
Couldn't stand by and allow innocents to die in the Outer Rim.
So you said, so long ago. I didn't believe it then, and I don't believe it now. You sought adventure, you hungered for battle, you could not wait to follow Revan to war. The Jedi Order asked only for time to examine the Mandalorian threat. They urged caution, patience, and you defied them. So when you returned, you were brought before us. You were a Jedi no longer, and so you were exiled.
I also recall you wished me imprisoned, or worse.
There was much about that day that was difficult to forget. Your words, your defiance, and when you stabbed your lightsaber into the center stone. I have kept it, so I would never forget.
I didn't realize you still had it after so many years.
I have always kept it, as a reminder of what can happen when your passions dictate your actions. I have kept it, so I would never forget your arrogance or your insult to the Order.
Whatever your reasons, I want it back.
It is not yours. It is a symbol of something greater which you no longer represent. But I am not unsympathetic to your feelings. Leaving the Order must have been difficult for you. Yet you gave the Council no other choice. You gave me no other choice.
I went to war to protect others, not for battle.
So your choice was to meet the aggression of the Mandalorians with more aggression. That is not the Jedi way.
Is the Jedi way to let people be massacred?
Every choice we make, whether we know it or not, sends echoes through the Force. It can awaken feelings, ignite passions, hate, anger, fear, where none existed before. By meeting aggression, by serving as an opponent against which the Mandalorians could test themselves, you fed their hate, their lust for war, and it sent a terrible echo through you. And because of it, you and those Jedi who met them on the battlefield lost their way, and you turned on us. Of course I was. But the Jedi teachings require we examine how we may best help them. Action without reflection is not our way.
Our teachings do not mean we should stand by and watch others die.
There was no guarantee that marching to war would have saved the Outer Rim. In fact, quite the opposite. Physical victory, perhaps, but the real victory lay in...
And how many people would have died if the Mandalorians hadn't been stopped?
You do not know...
If the Mandalorians had won, would the Jedi have fought them then, or simply meditated on what to do?
How dare you! The Mandalorian Wars should have been your grave, and Malachor 5 is where you should have died!
Because you secretly wish you'd had the strength to follow me?
What? What do you mean?
I can see it. You wanted to fight by my side, but you were too scared to defy the Council.
You're wrong, just as you were when you defied the Council. I tire of fighting with you. You lust for war, and you always will, and you have succeeded in distracting me from my questions. So answer me. If you cannot seem to admit the Council was correct, then why are you here?
Ship so I can leave Talos.
Your ship? Ah, the Ebon Hawk. It is not your ship. Unless you are admitting to the destruction of the Paragus mining facility.
Destruction of Paragus was an accident.
Ah, an accident. Something beyond your control. You have not changed. Acting instead of thinking. Putting yourself before the galaxy, before the Jedi.
Unconscious!
Do you know what you have done?
You idiot! Why don't you tell me?
Without the fuel from Paragus, Citadel Station cannot maintain its orbit. It will crash into the planet and its destruction will echo across 20 other worlds. Telos was a test to see if the Republic could mount a restoration effort on the Outer Rim. When it fails, the Republic will not finance another. The other Rim worlds, devastated by the Sith, will remain graveyard worlds, devoid of life. And that is the magnitude of your crime.
Oh, it's almost as bad as the Jedi letting the Outer Rim die during the Mandalorian Wars.
So you still hold to your flawed convictions. If you think to anger me, you are wrong. How is it that you are not content to confine your ruin to yourself? You must spread it to others wherever you go. Ruin yourself with your actions if you will. But when your actions bring harm to others, then you must answer for it.
So now I get blamed for the actions of the Sith.
The Sith? What do you mean?
The Sith came for me on Paragus to kill me.
You speak truly. You have encountered the Sith. I can feel the scars on you. And you encountered them on Paragus. But what would they want there? They can't have been looking for you.
I was the only Jedi they could find.
You. If they thought you were Jedi, the teachings of the Sith blind them indeed. I am the last Jedi, not you. You betrayed our teachings, our beliefs, the very core of the Jedi Order. If these Sith attacked you, they will soon realize their mistake. And if you escaped, they most likely let you go to see if you would lead them here.
Stronger than you think. At least one Sith Lord says they fight differently with the Sith.
Whatever force they can bring to bear, it will matter not. If they face a true Jedi, they shall fall.
Your grasp of tactics is questionable.
We shall see. For now, the perspective on your situation has changed. I have your ship. I will return it to you. You must leave here before you place us in jeopardy.
Where can I find my companions?
You shall find them north of here, in one of the old irrigation chambers. They have not been harmed. They are free to leave as well.
Sooner I'm out of here than better.
Take your ship, then. I don't care where you go, just leave this place. Leave Telos.
We shall remove him, mistress. Come with us. Are you all right, mistress?
The exile brought up feelings best left forgotten.
Forgive me, mistress, but I must ask. The exile, I've never seen another affect you so strongly. Did you care for him once?
The Jedi have no such attachments. As always, he will do as he wills. And the galaxy, and the feelings of others, can burn for all he cares. The day we judged him, I stood in the chamber, and he was so right. He was so certain of it, I doubted myself. He chose Revan over the Jedi, over the Council, over... But now I am tired. I must meditate.
Of course, mistress. I will tell the others you are not to be disturbed. And please, do not exhaust yourself. We can attend to matters here.
I think that went well. Overall. Hold on, I want to see how light I am. Yep, I'm almost maxed out. Light side. Okay. Normally, what I remember her being not here, like back there somewhere. It's not there. That's disconcerting. Well, not disconcerting. It's just odd. Alright, I know exactly where to go. I still remember. Oh, we're not. Oh, but there she is. Hello.
You are the exile. The one Atris warned us about.
What did Atris say?
She said you betrayed the Jedi by going to war when it was forbidden to you. You turned on your masters, your teachings, and yourself.
Oh?
That is not all she says. She says you know nothing of loyalty to any cause except your own animal instincts. And she told us why you fell to the dark side.
Wow. I I do not walk the path of the dark side.
Atris says that you fell to the dark side in the Mandalorian Wars when you gave in to your lust for battle. Once you tasted war, you could not give it up.
So why didn't I keep fighting in the Jedi Civil War?
Atris says when the Dark Lord Revan returned to the Republic, you did not march with him because you had fallen so far you could no longer feel the Force.
That makes no goddamn sense. I did not march with Revan because it was my choice.
So it was a matter of choice then. If Atris has erred in her evaluation of your motivations, it might be best to inform her.
I just did. Did Atris say anything else?
I believe that is the extent of her expressed feelings toward you. There are variations at times, but all rise from the same foundation.
Expressed feelings?
Yes, it is difficult sometimes for others to truly speak their heart or listen to it. The words often prove difficult, or they do not come at all.
What do you think Atris's heart says?
Without having seen you and Atris fight, I cannot say. Battle is a pure form of expression. It is heart and discipline, reduced to movement and motion.
I don't really wish to fight Atris.
Then her expressed feelings will have to suffice.
I'd like to ask something.
You may ask.
You look different.
I honor the face of my mother. It is not something spoken of in the company of others.
Oh, I apologize. I meant no offense.
There's no need to apologize. You were merely remarking on something that you saw. There is no wrong in that. You may ask.
Actually, no, never.
Before you go, Exile, question for you, if I may ask it. You have touched the Force. What does it feel like?
It's a difficult thing to describe.
Please, I wish to know.
The warmth of the sun without the glare. You can feel its light and its heat. There's no harshness to it.
I see. Thank you, Exile. I appreciate you sharing your knowledge with me.
My pleasure. Still not quite maxed out. Somehow I'm still not maxed out. Okay. I'll pick up my companions and then we shall head out.
Did you find what you came for?
That depends. What was I supposed to find here?
There was something from your past here, something unresolved. I feel we did not come to this place by chance. You were led here. This woman who resides here, she did something to you once, something that hangs upon you still.
The woman here is a Jedi, Atris, one of the Council.
There is a Jedi here, perhaps, in that you are correct. Yet there are no students, and this woman, this Atris, surrounds herself with those who cannot feel the Force. Curious.
Aren't the handmaiden students?
No, her servants are not Jedi. Their minds are walls, trained to resist tricks of the mind. This discipline blinds them to the Force as well, even if they were Force-sensitive.
How do you know that? Were you reading their minds?
Invade the mind of another. It is not something done carelessly, or when there is nothing to be gained.
Well, let's talk about it on the way out here.
Very well, let us depart.
Is that okay? He looks out cold.
He's only sleeping. It seems the journey here has fatigued him.
Alright then, be free.
I'm sorry, General. I must have lost consciousness in the crash.
Well, there's nothing to apologize for. Are you sure you're okay?
I'm fine, General. Even power has been restored to my arm. What is this place? Where are we?
Jedi Academy, I think? Concealed nearly total Telos, although that's a bit in question right now.
This must be where I had detected the energy readings before, and the drain to the restoration shields. This room, this place, it looks part of a huge polar irrigation system, possibly planet-wide, like the one on Coruscant. I had been told by the Republic that it was not in use.
Are you well enough to travel?
I am, General. If you wish, I may travel with you, or join you at the ship.
Meet me at the ship and prep it for launch. We're leaving as soon as we can.
Very well, General. I will await your arrival.
Alright.
Mistress, you summoned me.
I have a task for you. The exile is dangerous. I'm concerned that he was able to return to Republic space and reach Telos without my knowledge.
Mistress, the Harbinger was lost in transit. It was our failing.
What is done is done. But now I need you to travel with him.
Mistress,
I realize what I'm asking of you. And I am asking that you keep your purpose a secret, even from your sisters. I need someone to watch the exile closely, and let me know if he contacts the Sith. More importantly, I need you to study him closely. I need to know what he thinks, what he does. Become part of his group. Earn his trust. Get him to confide in you.
I will do as you ask, Mistress. But, Mistress, the exile did not seem to pose a threat to us.
Ah, but he does. Do not be fooled by the exterior. It is his nature you must beware. He fell to the dark side once. He will do so again. I am trusting you with this task, last of my handmaidens. Do not disappoint me. The galaxy, the Jedi, may depend on it.
Oh yeah, you got a lot of Jedi around here to worry about. Before I end this, I want to talk to Atten, because my character would talk to Atten. Also, yes! Mastery of the light side! I'm a lot happier about that than I probably, could be. But, hey, look, get a +3 wisdom, and it varies, I think, somewhat. But yeah, right now my wisdom's 21, so yeah. So just start adding up.
Ah, hey. You're back with us. We were just on our way to rescue you from those ghost women when, we got locked up.
You okay? You look a little disoriented.
Don't worry about me, I'm fine. How did things go with the Jedi here? Are you all done?
Yeah, and they're done with us. They want us out now.
Things went that well, huh? You make friends wherever you go, don't you?
Until the galaxy runs out of people, yeah.
Well, that's encouraging. Nothing like a steady stream of people who hate us or want to kill us to keep the heart pumping.
Look, you've done enough, Atten. You can go if you want.
No, I was just complaining. I'm with you until things start going better for you. We need to stick together, you know? And who knows? I might be able to help you out of a tight spot at some point.
Thanks, Atten. I appreciate it.
Hey, don't mention it. It's my pleasure.
Alright then, let's go. Alright, and I know I said I was gonna stop, but now we've gotten to the part that I actually have fun with, dang it! Alright.
Why have you approached me?
Hey, do all these women look alike? Not like I'm complaining, I mean, it's interesting.
They are Ichani. It is not unusual for their children to share similar features from the same parents.
If you have a reason for approaching me, speak it.
Sorry. Where's the Ebon Hawk?
Your ship is stored in the hangar. Atris has given you permission to leave this place and not to return.
That's my other question.
You may ask.
What do you do?
We serve the Jedi, and we watch.
There's not many Jedi here.
Atris is the only Jedi here, this is true, but the Mistress will bring others in time.
Are you training to become Jedi?
I assume you meant no insult. It is forbidden for us to become Jedi, even if we possessed the awareness of the galaxy that the Jedi possess. We are here because we are not Jedi. That is our purpose.
Why would it be an insult?
We have taken an oath to never follow the teachings of the Jedi, only to watch those of the Order and carry out Atris's will should it be necessary. Atris believes the new Jedi Order that shall arise here will need to be guarded and watched by those not touched by the Force. She thinks it will give balance.
Not sure I understand.
The Jedi have long since lacked anyone to judge their actions and provide support should their power corrupt them. We are this strength. The Jedi Civil War proved that the Jedi are in need of such guidance. It is our duty to watch for aggression, rage, passion, and end it before it takes root.
That sounds harsh.
It is not harsh. It is necessary.
But Atris is in charge and she is a Jedi.
Atris is trusted. She has watched Jedi rise and fall and knows the ways of both paths to see the signs when they begin. She is a worthy one to judge the Jedi when the Jedi refuse to judge their own.
That sounds like a pyramid of Zach cards.
I do not understand the reference. Pazak cards would not be good building material for a pyramid.
That's what you have when one of the judged is in charge of the judges.
I do not expect a criminal to understand. You have existed outside the circle of the Jedi for too long.
And so is Atris. Aren't Jedi here now, are there?
Atris is the only Jedi here, this is true. But the Mistress will bring others in time.
Okay, I get the feeling we're just gonna start talking in circles. I'm gonna be going now. I missed my chance. There was something that I should have talked to one of them earlier. Oh well, this is the part where I mess up. Well, I'll stop here for now. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.